Welcome to another installment of Employee Termination Tips. My name's Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal, and in this particular video we'll be discussing the importance of getting a lawyer's initial assessment as to the adequacy of the package that has been provided by your former lawyer once you've been terminated. Now, what lawyers are able to do who have an understanding of the specifics and the nuances associated with these termination and severance pay packages is that once they have the appropriate documentation in front of them, they can make an initial assessment as to both what might be possible to obtain from a financial standpoint and what the challenges or strategic advantages are with respect to pursuing a particular employer. This is a very straightforward process and at the initial outset that can give you some very thorough guidance in decision-making ability as to whether or not to go any further. For the fact of the matter is that in a lot of circumstances, there's a lot of opportunities to pursuing a greater compensation package and even to have strategic abilities to pursue those employment matters in very short order. Naturally, employers want to push back, and where they've offered lowballs with respect to their proposals, they're initially at least going to try to stand firm. But if the strategic stuff is in play, and if there is a substantial amount of money in play, that will be discernible early on in the process, and then you can make a determination as to what you're going to do as the next steps. But the key is that you have to get it in front of a lawyer who understands what they're tackling with the right documentation, and they can give you an initial perspective, and from there you can make your determination as to whether or not you want to go any further. Failing to get that assessment is going to leave you in the wind, especially where law firms such as ourselves will undertake that initial assessment without cost, caveated by the fact that this is a very preliminary assessment and there's more depth to it, but it allows you to start the process of determining what you want to do and have the confidence as to where you're moving forward with this particular matter, especially given the fact that there is a substantial inadequacy in a lot of termination and severance pay packages. There's a lot of strategic opportunities that might well be available, especially to long-term employees, and especially with respect to hourly employees and those who are working in high-paying jobs, working out in the field, and who have been putting a lot of time in. So is it not worth your time in many respects to at least communicate, get that initial assessment, and then make a determination with confidence whether or not you're going to engage legal counsel more thoroughly, or you're going to simply accept the arrangement that's being put forward, because the arrangement may not be adequate, especially given the amount of lowball offers that are put out there by employers, knowing full well that a lot of people are going to accept lowball offers without taking any action, let alone any proper investigation. And that's what you're faced with. Thank you.